So today we're going to be talking about a few things. Magazines, books, our own kids, and traveling with and without children, the opportunities. First thing is the magazine. Dyson vacuums. Twice the suction of any other vacuum.
Baby, turn it around.
Oh! It's Time magazine. The child-free life, when having it all means not having children. Yes, we got a Time magazine article, the child-free.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Clearly this movement has reached the big time with the cover of Time magazine.
Yeah, we are, this country is changing so much. You know, gay rights are spreading, legalizing gay marriage all over the country. And now we have an article on Time magazine, the child-free life.
The cover article.
The cover article of Time magazine, yes. Very good. It's we got this one at Barnes & Noble. You can probably pick it up at any pharmacy or anywhere.
Wherever you've got a newsstand.
Yeah, it's not all over the country. We have several child-free friends who can't find it.
But it should be coming pretty soon. The cover date on this one is August 12th, and they come out with these about a week and a half beforehand. So
yeah.
If you can't find it right now, you'll probably be able to find it this week.
Yeah.
Highly recommend picking it up. The article contained therein is actually quite good. The focus is more on women in the child-free movement, which makes a lot of sense since the pressure seems to be more on us than men. I mean, it's considered normal for a guy to not want kids or not want to have anything to do with kids, but if you're a woman and you don't like children, it's like, get the torches.
Well, for the guys, in my experience anyway, whenever I would tell people that, I don't want kids, they would come up in public or wherever, they would say, what does your wife think about it? What does your significant other think about it? What does your girlfriend think about it? That's the first thing they say. It's like, I have made the conscious decision that I do not want children. My partner agrees with me. It's not hard.
Well, and in terms of just medical intervention and everything else, it's a hell of a lot easier for a guy to get a vasectomy than it is for a woman to be sterilized.
That's why I got my vasectomy.
There you go.
I don't want to put a woman through childbirth. I don't want to put a woman through any bad, any lengthy, painful procedures, recovery.
I think I got lucky in getting E-Sure when I did, because I've talked to a lot of people in my same age group, they're late 20s, early 30s, and they haven't managed to find anybody yet able to sterilize them. So.
Yeah. I got lucky. I got mine when I was 26 from a urologist in Northern California, the San Francisco Bay Area. So I don't remember his name though. Oh well, I'll find him.
All right. Another interesting thing about this article in Time magazine is that there seemed to be more of a focus on cities in the South, which given the fact that we're right outside Little Rock, this was interesting to me. It's kind of bucking the family values crowd a little bit, and the writer of this article is Lauren Sandler. Talked to a lot of interesting child-free couples and individuals, and some writers and researchers, and it's a good piece overall. So, highly recommend picking up the magazine. Something we've been talking about doing for a while now is kind of child-free book reviews and recommendations, and we've got a couple of books that we've read that we want to recommend to you guys. You should be able to find these on Amazon definitely, and maybe a local bookstore if you're lucky. Do you want to start?
I don't think you're gonna be lucky enough to find them in a bookstore.
I found a couple actually. One of those I did find in a bookstore.
I've had to get all mine online because anytime you go to a parenting section, it's all about like how to parent, what parents do.
Check in the women's study section.
Yeah. Okay. All right. The first book is Childfree and Loving It by Nikki DeFago. This one talks to several mothers all around the world, the UK, the United States. I think it's mainly based in the UK.
Not just mothers, but Nikki DeFago is from the UK, and she talks to people everywhere,
yeah.
all over the world.
Yeah. And a lot of the people that she's interviewed said if they could go back, they would not have had kids. If they knew the time, the investment, everything that goes into trying to raise a child, they would not have had kids.
Yeah, this one is really interesting. This is actually the first child-free book that I read, actually, when I was in college. And, just some selections of chapters here, freedom of choice, the child-free stigma, parent propaganda, instinct and reason, consumerism, environment and population, work and child care, men, sanctimonious parents, free-range children, honest parents, and what you won't be missing out on. So this one's actually a really good overall survey of just being child-free around the world and what it means to the larger population. There you go.
The next one is titled I Hate Other People's Kids by Adrienne Frost. I love the title. I love the cover.
Oh, book is great.
It's really, really good.
There's fun little cartoons in this one, and
Yeah.
Adrian Frost is apparently a comedian and a comedy writer, and this is a good example of child-free humor. There are a couple of little books like this out there. They're usually pretty quick and easy to read.
Yeah, shopping, movies and theaters. What the hell is wrong with this kid? Places you go to relax. Yeah, it's awesome. My house, my rules.
Yeah, dealing with children in your home if you have friends or relatives that visit and bring their kids with them.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, very, very good. Other people's kids, OPK. They say that's the best birth control is other people's kids. There's a few YouTube videos on that. Look them up.
And this one, actually, 2 is enough. A couple's guide to living childless by choice by Laura Scott. Laura Scott is actually interviewed for the Time magazine article, so this is very timely. This is a great book. She did a survey of child-free couples, married and otherwise, and basically wrote about their life choices and noting that it isn't just single people that don't want to have anything to do with the larger world that are child-free. It's all of us, really. And this is a good guide for couples, definitely. Okay, last book I want to recommend to you guys is called Nobody's Mother, Life Without Kids. It's edited by Lynn Van Leeuwen, and this one's actually a collection of essays by 21 women of different ages and backgrounds and professional levels, and for one reason or another they just are nobody's mother. It's either they're a lesbian and it just didn't happen for them, or infertility, lifelong singlehood, a bunch of different reasons. A couple of them actually made the active choice not to have children, and actually their essays are my favorites in this, but a lot of them are very beautifully written. A lot of these women, they're naturalists and they have great concern for the environment, and this is just a great book. I highly recommend this one. I actually need to pick up the companion volume. It's called Nobody's Father, so same kind of thing.
I'll do a book review on that one at a later time.
All right, good deal. I'm going to hold you to that.
Okay. Now we're going to talk about moving with and without kids. Both Ashley and I come from very nomadic families, and we're hoping to eventually settle down somewhere together, and for more than 6 months to a year.
Yeah, that would be nice. My parents were Air Force, and I spent parts of my childhood. I was born in Maryland, and then we moved to North Carolina, Alaska, Florida, back to Maryland. I was in Maryland all the way through college, then moved to Pennsylvania for graduate school, then moved to Arkansas for a job, and now in the next 3 weeks we're actually going to be leaving the state.
Yep. Yeah, I started in New Jersey, moved to Texas, moved all around there, moved to California, moved all around there, back to Texas, and now I'm in Arkansas. And I also tried moving to New Mexico for 3 weeks, and that didn't really work out. But then, I went from California to New Mexico, California, Texas,
Arkansas.
Yeah, Arkansas now, and now I'm going to be moving again in 3 weeks. So we're both kind of sick of the whole, uprooting thing.
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, my whole time in Arkansas has seemed like kind of a temporary situation. It really never felt like home. Nothing bad about the state. It just,
The only reason I had for being here was my job, and when I got laid off almost a year ago, it just, okay, I don't have any reason to be here anymore. Yeah,
I mean, for a year I've been here, and it's just felt like, okay, I'm just kind of got to keep my stuff in boxes to get ready to move. I never really settled in here, and hopefully the next place we move, we can settle in,
or at least make a bridge towards eventually settling down somewhere.
Yeah, but I mean,
being kids and moving around, we knew how much it sucked. You never got used to a school. You were always leaving. I went to high school with people that had known each other since they were in diapers. And it's like, okay, I don't have any friends.
Yeah, you're the new kid. Yeah, you're always
the new kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really sucks, and we want to settle down, and we know that what's nice here is that our ideal place doesn't have to be ideal for children. If we want to live in a large metropolitan area, we can. It doesn't matter. We don't have kids that are going to need a backyard to play in. We don't have to worry about school systems. I mean, ideally, the nicer places to live generally have good school systems, but it's not of any consequence to us. We're not going to be directly affected by it.
Yeah, exactly. That's another thing. Looking for a house, talking to realtors.
Your concerns in buying or renting a house with kids, you got to have the fence so they don't play in traffic.
You got to have enough room in the house, an extra bedroom or 2 or 3, depending on how many kids you have. The money.
Yeah.
That is just you got to pay extra
Larger
for the
place
house.
Is more expensive it is.
You got to pay for school supplies, clothes, food. It's the list of children's needs. What did they say?
Oh,
in the article?
yeah, in
It was
the Time article.
$250,000.
Yeah, $239,000, and if your household has an income of over $100,000 a year, it's $390,000.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's from birth to
I don't
18.
think so.
That does not cover
College.
tuition. That doesn't cover. I don't think it covers a car.
Probably doesn't cover it. I mean, what if something catastrophic happens? Or, you know, worst case scenario, what if you have a child that has developmental disabilities?
Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about this earlier.
Yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday. We were
You know,
talking about...
everybody plans for, you know, oh, my kid's going to be perfect, my kid's going to be smart and grow up and leave home. What if your kid doesn't?
Yeah.
You know, what if your kid is disabled in some way?
Yeah, I know a lot of people in California that, I mean, all over the place, but in California, who have developmentally disabled children, and they will be taking care of these children for the rest of their life. Or even worse, the grandparents who had children, are now raising their
grandkids.
Yeah, they're now raising their grandkids because their kids don't want to take care of them.
Or they're not able to. That is sad. That is sad. So
that's
who
really
will
sad.
take care of you when you're old, indeed? Who will take care of you when you're old?
Me.
This guy right here who
Yeah.
just passed his CNA license exam. We found out last week.
Yep.
I'm so proud of him.
Thank you.
Right.
Yeah, I'm looking at going into hospice care. Which you don't know what that is end-of-life care, it's comfort care, it's making...
Palliative care.
Yeah, it's making people who are at the end stages of life as comfortable and as happy as possible, and letting them know that, you know, they are loved, and, you know, that they're cared for, and I'm going to do my best for them. So that's what I'm looking into in the future.
Well, you're the most caring and sweet and comforting man that I've ever met, and I know that you would be amazing at that.
Thank you. Now we're going to introduce our kids.
Yes, we actually have kids, although they are not kids of the human variety.
Yeah.
This is Neville. He's a little over a year old, and he is a sable-banded Syrian hamster. He's a real sweetheart. He's my little couch buddy. I take him out in the evenings while I'm waiting on Mike to get home, and he'll sit in my lap and kind of make a nest with my shirt and just fall asleep. And it's really comforting to have him in my lap while I'm reading or listening to music. He's a good little guy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, say hi, Neville. Cutie. Yep. This is Alfred.
This is kid number 2. He'll be a year old this month. And he's also a Syrian hamster, but he's a long-haired dove Syrian hamster. You can see his crazy hair.
Hippie.
Hippie, yeah. I feel kind of sorry for him because his bedding gets stuck in his fur and then we have to take it out or cut it out, which, you know. You can see how much bigger he is than Neville. Alpha's a little bit more tactile. You put him on the couch and he immediately wants to climb and explore. Look at... Where are you going? Crazy hairball. I think they're good kids.
Yeah.
They're quiet, they don't bark, they don't need designer shoes, and they're never going to grow up and tell us that they hate us.
Yeah.
So,
And they don't cost us $250,000.
That's right, that's right. Their food, their bedding, everything, very cheap.
Mm-hmm.
You know, their cages, you know, I made them myself, you know, for about $10. So, yeah,
Yeah.
they're good pets.
And we can leave, you know, for a few days if we have to, if we want to go on vacation.
Just leave them extra food and
Yeah.
they're fine.
Yeah.
They're nocturnal, which means that they sleep all day and they're nice and quiet, and then they get up at night and they have a little time with us, and then they're up running on their wheels all night.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't hear them with the door closed in the bedroom as long as Neville hasn't put food in his wheel.
Yeah. Yeah, talking about developmentally disabled children. I think he's a little behind.
No, he's fine. He's fine.
Yeah. All right. Any questions, comments? You know, anything? You can find the Time magazine on newsstand shelves, grocery stores.
Yeah, definitely go pick it up.
Yeah, Barnes and Noble. It's a good article. It's really, really good. You know, probably the next time we make a video is going to be
Yet another location.
Yeah, somewhere else new.
To be determined.
Hopefully
as of
on
now.
this couch.
Yes, it'll be on this couch.
Yeah, so the child-free couch.
The child-free couch. Yes.
All right. See you later.
All right.